was about to hand it over to you. I was about to hand it over to you.
who was the all right, two questions.
Okay.
You mentioned ESPN. Who was the first UFC fighter on the cover of the now defunct ESPN the magazine?
On the
I
cover.
mentioned him like a
Chuck
minute ago.
Liddell. Chuck
Yes,
Liddell.
yes. All right. How about who was the first UFC or MMA fighter on the front cover of Sports Illustrated?
Ronda Rousey or Showtime?
Roger Huerta.
No. Whoa. What's the history there?
Oh,
People
pulled that
tuning
out.
in.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
What's
I
the
mean,
history there for people who've never heard that name
you know,
before?
I mean, he was streaking at the time. Streaking. He was on a winning streak. He was winning
Babe,
fights at the time.
we're going straight.
We're going straight ahead. Yeah. No, yeah. So he was hot at the time. Uh, Good looking kid, Hispanic. So he ticked off some boxes right there, and so yeah, so he wound up on the front cover. Um, and yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing these days. I hope he's doing well.
Swimsuit? He was in a swimsuit?
I got a question for
Was he in a
you.
swimsuit like Ronda or you know
Oh,
what?
no. It's just fighter cage picks, in while fighting.
I
Those
got
kinds of
trivia for
photos.
you too, Ted, and for the listeners out there. What was the first magazine published promoting Ultimate Fighting Championship? Or excuse me, the Gracie Family Challenge, should I say?
Oh, well okay, you're going back a ways because they were doing that stuff in probably the early 80s. It's going to be something like Black Belt Magazine or Inside Kung Fu. Because I used to see, I'll tell you this, here's crazy. When I was a
Oh,
kid, like early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I used to see, like a little ad like this big in the back of either Inside Kung Fu or Black Belt Magazine. And I couldn't pronounce it. I'm like, what is this Jiu Jitsu stuff?
Jiu
Like
Jitsu.
Jiu Jitsu. Yeah. I was like, whoa, Jiu Jitsu. That sounds pretty crazy. So it may have been the Gracies that were selling VHS tapes, on how to do stuff or whatever. But anyway, tell me, what magazine was it?
Ted, Playboy Magazine
Really?
was the magazine that got UFC in the spotlight, right? For the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which set it up with, name him, with the fedora, Art Davis, the man himself.
Oh, okay.
Let me get
Okay.
a little more trivia. Let me dive a little deeper here. Yeah, take a sip. Take a sip. We're getting older
Yeah.
here, Ted.
Yeah.
Ted.
Need the go juice.
Yeah. I need
Oh,
the
you got a
cough
blue
syrup.
moon.
Need the
You got
blue
a blue
moon.
moon there. Look at
Ted, let
you.
me go a little deeper. Before Dana White bought the UFC, went to the Fertitas, he escaped Boston, right? Because the
Because
man
Whitey was
himself,
after him.
Ron,
Whitey Bulger was after him.
Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger was after him for $1,500.